Yo, what's good, family, man? Happy Monday. It is week 8, day 1, Monday, man. And, we almost through this thing, man. We just got a few more weeks left. And I want to continue to encourage you guys to do your absolute very best, man. I have due dates on these things now, but still, do it as many times as you need to get the practice. You know what I mean? So, anyway, today shouldn't be too challenging for us, man. It's just greatest common factor and least common multiple. Couple word problems at the end, but if we look at this first question, man, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just jump right into those, man. So it's like right here. So we got right factor tree. I remember us doing that a little bit, but we're just gonna look at number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for this from these pictures. So it says find the prime factors of the numbers, right? So when we find the prime factors, that means we find in all the numbers that are prime. And prime is only the number and 1, right? Like it doesn't have any other numbers that can fit into it or is divisible by except the number itself and 1. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Right, it's 90. Because the questions are asking us if it's true or false, right? So we start with 2, remember? 2, right? And then 45. So the circles are all the prime numbers, right? The circles are all the prime numbers, okay? So 45, right? And then we do 15. And then 3, and then right here it's going to be 3, and then 5. So all the prime numbers circled out, 2, 3, 3, and 5. So it should be 2, 3, 3, and 5. Now if we look at that, I don't know if that's true or false, but you could determine if it is or not because we just did it right here. This is all that. So determine if it's true or false. All right, number 2, got my allergies going, guys. Sorry about that. I'll keep sniffing. 32, right? Remember, we start with 2 because that's always the prime number. 2 and then half of 32 is 16, right? And then we do this one right here. Has another box, right? And so you have to think about like if you break it down, because you could do 4 and 4, right? And then you'll just have more prime numbers. But this right here will be 8 and then 2, okay? And then right here we're gonna have 0, 0, or circle, circle. That's gonna be oh my bad, box and circle. That's gonna be 2 and then 4. And then we break it down one more time with more prime numbers, 2 and 2. So it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2s, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, okay? So again, you determine what that is, true or false or not, right? There we go, number 3. And when we get into the questions further on, down at the bottom, right, we have to think about like, do you want to do a factor tree or do you want to do something else? And I'm going to just show you a simple way to do that each time. So again, we have 2, and then right here will be 44, right? And then we have another box, which would be 22. And then 2, and then right here we have circle, circle, because that's going to be 2 and 11. All right, so we got 2, 2, 2, and 11, 2, 2, 2, and 11. Those are all the prime numbers, right? So again, you determine if it's true or false based upon what we just did. All right. And let's see here. All right, for this next set right here, we are here. We're gonna do the same thing. 60, 18, 48, right? 60, 18, 48. Right, so we're just gonna do that. 16, 18, 48 right here, right? 60, 18, 48. And if we look at that, right? Look at that again. So just break it down. Number 4. Just break it down. We got 60, 60 in the box. And then we have our circle. We're going to start with 2, and then 30. And then we have another box, and another circle. And that's going to be 15 and 2. And then right here we have our 2 circles ending it, 3 and 5. So it looks like we have 2, 2, 3, and 5. 2, 2, 3, and 5. Okay? So those are all the prime numbers. All right, let's turn the page over here. And let's do number 18, or 18. So that's going to be 18 in the box. And then we have circle for 2. Oops, circle for 2. And then the box again for 18. Right? And then we have circle, circle. Oops, I'm sorry, not 18. I'm tripping. 9. 9, that is 9. That is 9, my bad. 3 and 3. See? There we go. Mr. B makes mistakes, and you guys fix them for him. Shout out to Audrey, because she did that the last time. So good job, girl. Thank you so much, as always, for having my back. All right, so 2, 3, and 3. Right? So 2, 3, and 3 looks like the prime numbers. 2 times 3 is 6 times 3 is 18. All right, perfect. And number 6, 48 in the box. 0 box. So 48 is going to be 2 and 24. And then we have the box again. Remember, you always start with 2, right? That's the number. Or if it's not a divisible number by 2, then you go to 3. But start with the lowest number. 24 is going to be 2 and 12. And then here it's going to be another box and circle for 3 and 4. And then circle, circle, 2 and 2. All right, so we got a lot of prime numbers here. Oopsies, my bad. 12 goes here. 2 goes here, but you know what I mean. That's okay. That's fine. 2 and 12, my bad. All right, so 2, 2, 3, 2, 2. So we have 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, and then 3. So 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 3 is not 48. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Got to do this again. 2 times 24, and then we said 12 times 2. And then, okay, well, that's 3 times 4, and then 2 times 2. Oh, I think I'm missing my 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, so I should have 4 2s. Okay, there we go. See, you always got to work through it and check your work. Right? And that's what I just showed y'all. You got to always work through and check your work. All right? So, again, you could determine which one of those is true, true, false, false, whatever the case may be. All right, we're on to section 2 now, where it says greatest common factor. Right? And so, remember, we talked about greatest common factor is the factors of the numbers and then the largest one that are both the same. Okay? So, the greatest common factor between those two numbers, 24 and 30. So 24, right? We're going to do just write out all the factors. We're going to list all the factors of 24, which is 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, and then 4 and 6. Okay? Did I miss any? Okay. And then we're going to do, what's the next one? 30. Right? We're going to do 2 or 1 and 30, 2 and 15, 3, 5, and then, nope, not 3, 5, 3, 10, and then 5 and 6. All right, so we look at all these numbers, we see we got 1, that's the greatest common factor. So the largest one between the two looks like it's just 6. So the greatest common factor between these two is 6. Okay? All right, number 8. Number 8 is 28 and 42. And I've already done that right here, 28 and 42. So that's going to be 14. So these are all the factors of 28. And then all the factors of 42. And then the greatest one that is the same between the two of them is 14. Okay, so that's 14. Moving right along, number 9 is 12 and 40. So 12 and 40 is right here. And we see that we have all the factors of 12, all the factors of 40, and then the one that is the largest, that is the same between the two, is 4. So the largest one, GCF between 12 and 40, is 4. Number 10, 72 and 108 is right here. 72, so these are all the factors, right? I wrote them all out, right? Got to get into that habit because that helps you know your facts, right? You write them all out. And then the largest one, the greatest common factor, the GCF between 72 and 108 is 36. Okay, so you got to write all the factors out because you're going to have some word problems here in a minute that you're going to have to do. All right, now we're talking about least common multiple. The least common multiple, the smallest multiple that is the same between the two. So this time we're not going for the greatest common factor, we're going for the least common multiple. So again, what you have to do is write out all the multiples of the number. So it's just multiples of the number. So it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, whatever. And then 12, 24, 36, 48, 60. So the one where they meet is the least common multiple. The smallest multiple of the number is 60. So if this was a question that said they had 10, and then that one left at 10, one left at 12, when will they meet in the middle? You would be 60, or whatever that would be, right? So 60 is the least common multiple for 12, 10 and 12. All right, 8 and 24. So we see here, we have 8, 16, 24, and then 24. 24 times 1, right, is 24. So the least common multiple between those two is 24. Pretty easy. Number 13. We're almost done. Number 13 is 5 and 15. Okay. All right, did I do that? Nope. Okay, so we'll just do it here. So 5, multiples of 5 is 5, 10, 15, and then 15. So the least common multiple between those two is 15, because 15 times 1 is 15, 15 times, or 3 times 5 is 15. So 15 is the least common multiple. All right, number 14, we have 5 and 6. So again, just write them out until they meet. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay, right? Focus. 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 Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. And then we do 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. And then we do 36, 42. So the number that they match at, or they meet at, is 30. So the LCM, least common multiple between 5 and 6, is 30. Okay, so you just do your multiples. All right, almost done, family. Good job today. So number 15, the drama club meets in the school auditorium every 8 days, and the choir meets there every 12 days. If the groups are both meeting in the auditorium today, then how many days from now will they next have to share the auditorium? Okay, so when we think about this, right, we have to think about, like, what is this question asking us? Is this a LCM question, or is this a greatest common factor question, right? So when we think about it, it says, when will they next meet? When will they next meet to share, right? So when you hear that language, you know that that's going to be LCM, right? The least common multiple where they meet again, right? So it's going to just write them out. Let's just write them out like we just did. We have 8 and 12. So 8, 16, 24, and then 12, 24. So the LCM between those two, where they will meet again, is 24 in 24 days. All right, pretty easy on that. And the last question, Jayla is creating party favors with pencils and stickers. Good for Jayla. She has 48 pencils and 32 stickers, and wants each party favor to include the same combination of pencils and stickers, with none left over. What is the greatest number? See, there's that term, greatest number of party favors she can make. So greatest tells us that we're looking for the GCF, the greatest common factor. So we have 32 and 48. So now, instead of doing multiples, right, we're going to do factors. 1 and 32, 1 and 48, 2 and 16, 2 and 24, 4 and 8, and then we're going to do 3 and 16, right? Or yeah, 3 and 18, right? Is that right? I don't know. Come on, focus, phone. Okay, and then I think that's it for that one. Is there another one we could do? 4 and 14? No, 4 and 12. You know I'm slow, guys. I need y'all to be telling me no. So if we look at this, right? Let me see here. Did I miss some? Did I miss some? Oh, that's why it's not 18, it's 16. See, you guys. I hope you guys were telling me that. I hope you guys were like, no, it's not. 3 times 16 is 48. And so we see that the GCF in this case is 16. The greatest common factor between 32 and 48 is 16. Now we're done. All right, family, that was fun. That was quick and painless. And hopefully you guys had a good time. Anyway, man, I love you. Hope you celebrated Mom with all your love yesterday, and that was great. All right, I'll see you guys on Thursday. Blessings.